Okay, this week we are going to be finishing up the website project, and we're going to be then taking more of a management role. So marketing yourself and then managing others. So you're going to be making your final moves on your website. You'll need to make sure that you have added items to at least 2 inside pages that are appropriately named. They're not just named inside pages because nobody does that. So you need to have a relevant name for each of those pages, whether it's blog, portfolio, whatever you come up with there. And then you're going to proofread and revise every page, making sure that everything is as professional as it possibly can be. You're aiming toward perfection with the realization that nothing is ever completely perfect, so you want to get as close as you can to that. You may want to, early in the week, make an appointment, drop in with the Language Arts Tutoring Lab, meet with a tutor to go over and see if there are any glaring things that need to be revised and edited for your pages. If you wait till the last minute, of course, you won't have time to make those revisions. So in order for that to really benefit you, probably Monday and Tuesday would be your best options for the tutoring lab. So you want to make sure that everything is completed by noon on Thursday, and I will start looking at them Thursday afternoon, barring some strange incident or whatever, but I have a block of time scheduled in for Thursday afternoon to start looking at the websites. It is a big thing to evaluate, so it will take time to get through everyone's, but I will get those done as soon as I possibly can. The other thing that you'll be working on this week is writing a job description. So you're putting yourself in the role of management, a supervisory type of role, administrative type of role, whatever kind of works for you. And your assignment is to review the website of your assigned classmate. By the time you see this video, you should have already received the email with your assigned classmate. The classmate's name is hyperlinked to the website that they submitted. You want to go to that website, review that website, learn everything you can about this person's professional goals from their website. Some websites are set up for people who are seeking employment. A few of the websites are set up as more business sites where they are seeking clients. The ones seeking employment are pretty straightforward. You know what to offer them, what kind of job to offer them. The ones who are setting up a business, you want to kind of play into that business as if you were a major client asking them to do a job for you. And so you'd be creating that perfect job that fits within the business or something related. Or maybe you're trying to poach them and get them to come and work for your organization instead of their own business. Whatever approach you want to take is fine, but you will be writing a complete job description. So if we look at the complete job description here, the rhetorical situation to start with is the purpose is to craft a job description that details the qualifications, skills, responsibilities, and remuneration and benefits. You are writing for people who would be applying for this job, for that ideal candidate, and you are going to include details about the qualifications, skills, responsibilities, compensation. All right. So you'll review your classmate's website. You're going to determine the appropriate industry and position for that person, and you're going to craft a job description that includes these details, please, or these items. Please make up the details, okay? You've had to do a few things where you got to make up details, so this is just another one of those things where you're going to make up the details. So your job needs to have a specific title, a title that is specific to that particular position. It can't just be a broad title like uh, accountant, but more specific accounting role, or engineer. Like, you can't just say engineer. We know there are many different kinds of engineers, and even within one kind of engineer, there are specific jobs that they do. So make it sure that it's a specific job title. You should include information, kind of the organizational thing. So if there's a particular department that this person would be working for, you want to include that. The work hours or schedule, anything about that needs to be specified in order for someone to determine if this is the right job for them. Who this person would report to. It doesn't need to be a name, it needs to be a position of authority or superiority to this person, someone that they are that they answer to. Where is this job located? Make sure that there's a location given, whether that is working from home, like remote work, whether that is hybrid work, remote and in a particular office in a particular city and town. But you need to make that up, but you need to be specific about where this job takes place. And then you need to detail the compensation. So what's the salary, or if it's an hourly wage, what's the hourly wage? And then is that salary, weekly, monthly, yearly? Like, how is that? You might even want to specify in there when people get paid. So like weekly on Friday, every other week on Friday, every other week on Tuesday, once a month on the first Monday of the month, whatever it is. You want to make sure that that's included. And then you want to think about the benefits. What benefits package would your company, your organization offer to this person? So what kind of health insurance does that include, or give options for vision and dental as well? Or is it simply medical health insurance? What's the time off, vacation, personal day, sick time, availability? What does that all shake out to be? Are there paid holidays? If so, what are they? Retirement funds, is there a 401k option? Stock options? What do you have going on here? Anything else? Any other benefits that your organization would offer to this person in this position? In paragraph form, and this is really the only part of the job description that's actually in paragraph form, you would be writing the job summary. You want to hook the person in. You want to give an overview of the position. So this is not where you're writing a whole bunch of details. You're giving an overview of what this position is, who the person is, and what they're responsible for, and any qualities that make working for that company unique. What is unique about this company that would draw someone in to want to work there? Then you go through and you'll be listing the responsibilities. So start with the essential job functions, the things that are the most important, that are the main everyday or regular tasks of the job, the areas of responsibility. And then a second set of bullet points would be the marginal job functions, or non-essential, the ones that are not the main focus of the job, but that might come up occasionally, whether that's once or twice a week, or whether that's once or twice a month, or whatever. You don't have to specify that, but use language that indicates that this is not an everyday part of the job. And then somewhere, this might be first, up higher, this might be the last thing. It's really up to you here, but you need to detail out the requirements. What is the required education for this person, this ideal candidate? What experience should they have? How much and in what kinds of roles? What competencies should they display? What are some physical demands? What are some mental demands? And what are the working conditions that they can expect? You may need to do some research for a lot of this. You may need to say, okay, this person should be in accounting. I'm going to go and on Indeed, and I'm going to look at several different accounting jobs. I'm going to find one that seems to suit this person, and then I'm going to look at several job descriptions with that same or a similar job title, and I'm going to see what is the industry kind of standard, and where do I want to fall into the range of industry norms. Do I want to be right there in the middle, or do I want to offer them something more more advanced, like a more lucrative kind of offer than that? So you need to do your research. What are the responsibilities and the education requirements that this person would need for any of these positions that they might apply for on Indeed? And I'm going to create my job description that matches or exceeds some of those requirements. And when you do put it together, you would use professional language. You might use some jargon. You most likely would use some jargon in many fields, especially when you're getting into particular kinds of software or equipment, certain certifications and other qualifications and things. So you might need to use some jargon. It would be industry specific. You'll pick it up if you do your research. You will pick it up from reviewing several different job descriptions. And then you want to use strong active verbs. So everything on your job description should be verb driven. So the bullet points should all begin with those strong active verbs. We talked about that with the resume assignment. You want to apply that again to this job description assignment. And you want to be giving clear and concise information. So you don't want a job description that is going to take 8 or 9 pages, because nobody's going to read that, and a lot of people will think, wow, these people are crazy. I'm not going to go and look at this in detail. I want something that I can digest a little faster, might be a little more manageable. So as I've been talking about bullet points, most of your information on the job description is going to be in a bullet pointed sort of design. Most of those points are going to begin with strong action verbs, and you'll have few complete sentences. Mostly you're just going to have like the predicate of the sentence, the verb and beyond. And you want it to be as professional, clear, and concise as possible. You want the document to be scannable so that the person who's looking at it can scan through and see, this is where I find the requirements. I'm going to look at those first. This is where I find the responsibilities. I'm going to look at that. Wait, what's the compensation? And I can see that easily. So use bolding, use all caps, use white space where necessary. Again, the more complete job descriptions you look at, the easier it will be to see how you can design your own. And this assignment is due Monday the 8th by noon. So you'll want to get started on this, as soon as you finish your website. If not before, if you somehow decide to do that before. So, whoops. That was not what I wanted to do, but I don't need that. Okay. So we wanted to go back here, and we have laid out here on the slide as well reminder of what goes in each of these sections. The title is the only thing that has to go first. The rest of this you can put in an order that you think makes most sense. GRCC does theirs in the order kind of that's given here. So title, then those administrative details, the compensation, the summary of the job position, the responsibilities and the requirements. But that's not the only way to do it. So you can take and kind of mix and match the order until you get an order that you think is logical and organized and that you would like to see when you're looking for a job. Right. Again, style and design: professional, clear, concise, strong action verbs, bullet points, bolding, all caps, and white space. So, this week, your website needs to be completed by noon on Thursday. I'm going to be using the link that you already gave me, so there's nothing else to submit for it. On Blackboard, there's nothing else to submit for it. I'll be putting a column in the gradebook where I can put your evaluation in there. And then the job description, there is a submission link on Blackboard for that, and it should be in by noon on Monday. So that is all we have this week. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact me sooner rather than later. I can't help you at the last minute, and I do want to help you, so if you contact me soon, early enough in the week, there's plenty of time to be able to help you get the information or figure out the things that you need in order to be successful. Right, I think that is all.